Hello sports fans, Clump here with TTM video number 53. I've got 5 returns to go through, all successes. Gonna try and go through quicker in this video than I usually do. First one is a 2 of 2 in 10 days from former NASCAR driver Charlie Glotzbach. Mr. Glotzbach inscribed it to Kurt. Very nice signature, very dark black Sharpie. Believe this is a 91 max. Nope. This is a 92 max, as this is a 91 max. Turned out great. Charlie Glotzbach raced in Winston Cup from 1960 to 1992. Ran 124 races, won 4, had 50 top 10s and 12 poles. Next is a 2 of 2 in 44 days from the great Juan Gonzalez. Mr. Juan Gon signed the 93 Leaf. Turned out great. And the 94 Fleer, which also turned out great. My second time sending the Juan. Sent to him a little over 6 months ago the first time. He was actually, I believe, in my TTM number 1 video. Juan Gon was an all-star 3 times, the AL MVP twice, won 6 Silver Sluggers, was inducted into the Rangers Hall of Fame. He has a lifetime batting average of .295 with 434 home runs, 1,404 RBIs. He's also won 2 gold medals managing Puerto Rico's national team, which I understand Puerto Rico is going to be a state very soon, so I wonder how a Puerto Rican national team is going to go after that. Just food for thought. Also, you're like most of us will remember Juan Gon won that 93 home run derby. That was pretty sweet. Next is a 1 of 1 in 28 days. From former Major League pitcher, Claude Osteen. Very happy to get this one back. This was about the only card out of that repack wax half box I bought that was of any interest at all. And I love the fact that it says the Red Legs. Never owned anything that was actually from the era that they were the Red Legs. Osteen played 57 to 75 for 6 teams. He was an All-Star 3 times and a World Series champ in 1965 with the Dodgers. Very cool. Next is a 4 of 3 in 11 days from former NASCAR driver Dave Marcus. Mr. Marcus signed the 91 tracks, I believe these are. Nope, 92 tracks. Again, 1 year off. The 92 tracks, very nicely. Also, a 92 tracks, very nicely. A 91 max. And those are the cards I sent. He included the sweet Panini Select signatures. Inscribed it to Kurt, God bless, Dave Marcus. In the back, it's guaranteed by Panini from 2017. Prism. Yeah. Much nicer than the cards I sent. This thing is sweet. Even Ashley was like, ooh. You might be wondering if that's the proper pronunciation of his name, being that I've heard other videos where they call him Dave Marcus. I'm not sure if it's right or not, but what I do know is I've watched NASCAR since the late 80s, and all through the 90s, Ned Jarrett, Benny Parsons, Chris Economaki, Dr. Jerry Punch, and Mike Joy all called him David Marcus. So If they're wrong, then I am wrong, and I'm sorry. But if Benny Parsons is wrong, I don't want to be right. Mr. Marcus raced in the Cup Series from 1968 to 2002. That's just insane. Ran 883 races, won 5, had 222 top 10s, and 14 poles. After retiring, he did test driving for NASCAR and the IROC Series. Now, driving from 1968 to 2002, Dave Marcus, as far as I can figure, has driven more evolutions of the NASCAR than any driver I can think of. When he started in 68, the cars were barely different than what you bought on the showroom. They tweaked up the engines, put a roll cage in it, took the gas tank out, put a fuel cell. That was like it. They were very close, and they looked just like what you'd buy at the showroom. When he started, and then he raced till 2000, and then he test drove even newer than that, the new cookie cutter cars they use now. So that just blew my mind that he has been through so many different evolutions. I had to ask him some questions. I wrote on my index cards. I asked him first, what's your favorite track that is no longer on the schedule? And he likes North Wilkesboro, North Carolina, which, yes, was a great track. I think it was 3/4 of a mile, just short of a mile. Nice short track, fun. It was a bummer to see it go. And I asked him my favorite question. What was your favorite car you raced? Year, model, and engine? He says the 69 Dodge Daytona with the 426 Hemi. I had a feeling that's what he was going to say, but it's always good to ask. And can you imagine the power? Some of you may be thinking, what's the big deal about a Hemi? I see Dodge Rams with Hemis. All these new Dodge cars have Hemis. Those Hemis are not Hemis. What Hemi meant back then in the 50s and 60s, and since they were developed, they meant that the cylinder head has a hemispherical combustion chamber. Where the actual explosion and the fire of the gas happens is bigger and more hemispherical shaped than in any other cylinder head. The Hemis they make nowadays do not have hemispherical combustion chambers in the cylinder head. I studied it up. They are not Hemis. They should be ashamed of themselves for calling them that. Last one is a 1 of 1 in 12 days from the great Eddie Robinson. I got him on, I don't even know what this, some reprint of a 54. I don't know what year it's from. It's got that nice gold facsimile, and now it's got the nice black real deal auto. Mr. Robinson is a $10 donation. Eddie Robinson, the oldest living Major League Baseball player, played from 42 to 57, was an All-Star 4 times, and in 1948 became a World Series champion with the Cleveland Indians. After retiring, he coached, scouted, and was even the Texas Rangers GM for a while. Nowadays, he does podcasts. Yes, 100-year-old Eddie Robinson does podcasts. And he even says, if you have a question, you can email him your question, and he may answer it on an upcoming episode. It is great. I advise most of you, if you have not checked it out, to check it out. It's just what's better than listening to the world's oldest baseball player tell stories of the golden age. Thank you so much, Mr. Eddie Robinson. Thank you, Dave Marcus. Thank you, Claude Osteen. Thank you, Juan Gonzalez. Thank you, Charlie Glotzbeck. Thank you guys for watching. Best of luck on your returns. See you again soon.